Pep Talk UK, Pro Bs once again. Remember, subscribe, hit the bell for the latest notifications. And I'm delighted to be joined by the ESPN Plus boxing expert and the head of the MTK Foundation, Mr. Spencer Fearon. How you doing?
Yeah, morning, bro. You good?
Yeah, easy like a Sunday morning.
Yeah, something like that, bro. Something like that, man.
Yeah, you know what? I thought we'd have a quick catch up. We had a good night of Queensbury promotions action last night, but it was largely centered on some controversial scoring from a lot of the boxing fans discussing online that Akeem Ennis Brown was, in some people's eyes, robbed of a decision. How did you see that?
In some people's eyes. You're saying in some people's eyes? Some people is a small collective. Come on, man. Give the guy his dues. He won that fight. And that's not me having no dig at Sam Maxwell. I don't know the brother, but I actually like him. You know what I mean? I think I met him once. You know what I mean? But it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Go by what you see. Now, here's the problem that the board of control are going to face. If the board of control do not start looking at these dodgy decisions, these poor decisions, what's going to happen is not only are they, because I've been inundated from casual boxing fans, right, about that decision. It was wrong. And I'd like to know what fight they were watching, and I'd like for the board of control to have a steward's inquiry to know how they were judging this fight. I know when we judge boxing, it's meant to be the stylistic approach of the fighter, and also if they are hitting with the knuckle part of the glove. Now, I could imagine if Sam Maxwell was throwing punches in this fight, then I could say, well, you know what, I could see why he got the decision. I can't see that one. And I watched the whole fight. Properly, I watched the whole fight. And I was at a birthday party. So I didn't get time to listen to the commentary or anything else because I watched it from my phone. And no, he didn't win that fight, and it was a grave injustice. And the sad thing is this, because Ennis Brown hasn't got a promotional contract with a large company, even though he's with MTK, but he hasn't got a promotional contract with someone, he could easily be brushed to the sidelines now because of his style of fighting. If you think like his style of fight is predominant with people who come from Nottingham, because that's where he's from, right?
No, he's from Gloucester.
He's from Gloucester, sorry. His style of fighting, that style is similar to guys who came from Nottingham, like Kurt Lang, like Tony Lang, his brother, like Harold Graham. It's similar to that style. Like hit, move, don't get hit. He's got an awkward style of boxing. It's maybe it's not pleasing to certain people's eyes, but if you're looking at the intricacies of boxing, then that's what he's doing. He's hitting and not getting hit, and that's what he demonstrated yesterday. And it's a travesty that this thing is continuing to happen in the sport that I emphatically love. It's happening too regular, and it's bullshit. And that's all because like I tweeted this bullshit, and it got so many retweets yesterday. That's bullshit. I didn't even put the name, anything else. I just put bullshit, and everybody was on it. You know what I mean? Big up Carl Frampton for calling it how it was. Steve Bunt said after the fight, like, look, I don't want to fall out with Sam Maxwell, but, you know what I mean? This how it goes. Unfortunately, like, we've got too much friends in boxing, man. So we don't want to say things to upset them. No, if I'm talking the truth tastes bitter to a belly full of lies, my friend. And that's what we've got. We've got to start dealing with things with truth, because the border control want to be careful that somebody with influence and power and money doesn't say, you know what, to hell with this, I'm going to start my own border control, right? And I tell you this now, another thing, there's nothing that the border control could do to stop it. So what the border control need to do is address these things. This is damning for the sport, my friend. And it's happening too regular now.
Exactly how did you score it?
You know what? I gave it to Riddy by 5 rounds. You know what I mean? I gave it to him by 5. I had him winning that fight by 5 rounds. So, you know what I mean? I think it was like 117, 112. I had it. I can't see. I don't. Trust me. I don't get it, man. I really, really, really don't get it at all. I don't get it. The guy never landed a proper shot on him, and I don't want to pee on Sam Maxwell right now. Is celebrating greatly about his victory, become British and Commonwealth champion. And I'm not peeing on his parade, but I'm gonna say again, he didn't win that fight, bro. I'm gonna watch the fight again, but I don't know why I'm gonna watch the fight again. But he didn't win that fight.
Okay, I spoke to trainer Carl Greaves after the fight. He said it was a hard fight to score.
No, it wasn't hard to score. It's hard for him because Carl Greaves is the fish and chips man. You know what I mean? He says it's hard to score. How is that hard to score if one man is moving around the ring and throwing punches and the next man's not throwing punches? How the hell? I'd like to see the punch stats on that fight. Go show me the punch stats on that fight. I know the person who threw the more punches. I know the person who landed the more punches. So therefore, why didn't he win the fight? Go on, don't complicate boxing. I throw more punches than you. I land more punches than you. I move and you don't knock me out. How have I not won the fight? Don't wind me up today, Pro One. Please, I beg.
All right, so look, I guess a rematch should be quite soon for. I'm calling.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
Sorry.
This is the thing, right? I'm gonna be real. I doubt if we'll see a rematch. I really, really doubt it. And the reason being why I doubt that we're going to see a rematch is because Riddy's style of boxing isn't the most pleasing to the eye, right? But me being a aficionado of the sport, I reckon I could call myself that. And I don't think real people in the game wouldn't argue with that. Because his style's not pleasing and he got bumped yesterday, I don't think there's going to be a rematch. I think Riddy's going to be the king of the Who Needs Him club because of his style of boxing. And it's going to be very, very hard for him to come back. But I'm saying to Riddy, because I know the guy, don't give up. Keep on pushing forward, right? We know that what happened to you there was diabolical. It was diabolical, that robbery. Because I haven't spoken to one person who thinks that he won outside of Sam Maxwell's camp. Not one. I was inundated with phone calls last night. I was inundated with phone calls this morning. So nah, that's bullshit. And it's tainting the sport that I love.
All right, quick word. I said it'll be a quick one. Anthony Yard, easy victory over Alex Fearon, the Colombian. All roads lead to Arthur versus Yard, part 2.
Yep, all roads do lead to that, but I'm going to be real with you. I don't believe that fight's going to happen. I don't. There's no indication from Pat Barrett or Lyndon Arthur that they actually want that fight, and that's the truth, right? They're number one contender now for the WBO. They're waiting out to try to get their world title shot. So I can't see that fight happening. I wish the fight does happen so Anthony Yard could get some form of vindication, but I can't see that fight happening because I know when somebody wants to fight, Lyndon Arthur, Pat Barrett, they're saying, well, we beat you. We don't want to take that chance again. We're not fighting you again. And that's what I think is going to happen.
Tunde said that there's contract.
Contracts don't mean nothing because there's stipulations in contracts as well. As much as there's a contract, I'm telling you that they don't want that fight. I know when somebody wants to fight someone. I've been around this game and in this game for a long, long time, my friend. Right? Before this was great. So I know when somebody wants to fight. I know when someone don't. They don't want that fight, bro. And that's that. I don't call them chicken. They don't want that fight. They are trying to say, listen, we want our chance to fight for a world title. They don't want that fight.
So, okay. So 2 points to that. Okay. If they go on to win a world title, the fight with Yard, the rematch becomes bigger. Is there an argument in that?
Exactly. It does. Yeah, of course there's an argument in that. But it is, you know what, it is what it is. And I'm just speaking my mind on that. I don't, if that is the case, then yeah, the fight would become bigger and they could end up fighting again. But we'll see what's going to happen. But me just being real, they don't want that fight. And I think they'll do everything in their powers and capabilities not to have that fight. It's not because they're chicken, because I ain't going to question no man's manhood at all. I mean, I know Pat Barrett a long, long time. I like Lyndon Arthur. But I know when somebody wants a fight, they don't want that fight.
All right. Lastly, where does Anthony Yard go? Where does he go from here? In the meantime, you know, who should
there's still big fights for it. Or in domestically, there's still big fights for him. Him and Callum Johnson, him and Callum Smith. There's still big fights right here in the UK for him. So we shall see what's going to happen. All
right, Spencer. All right. I'd like to thank you for your time once more.
No, man. Big up, man. Thanks for your time, Pro Bees. Keep on doing what you're doing. Pep Talk UK. You know what I mean? People don't understand this thing. It's like I'm just grateful to be able to speak boxing with people that the interviewers respect my opinion. You know what I mean? Because the interviewers know like how this thing is and how the respect that people put my name inside of the game, not armchair guys who want to talk shit. Like the guys who are inside of the game, they know. You know what I mean? So I got props to you for keep on coming back and popping out those questions, because you know I'm gonna speak the rules. There's no buffoonery, there's no coonery, there's no. I'm just gonna tell you how it is. You know what I mean? You like it or you lump it. And I just like to speak the truth, because the truth sets you free, my friend. Peace to things. I'm out. Yeah, love.
All right. Thanks, Spencer, man. Thanks for your time, man. Pro Beezy, Pep Talk UK. Hit the bell. Subscribe. Thank you.